There are a few simple things you can do to ensure your wheelchair accessible vehicle is ready to go when you need it. Watch this 2-minute video that provides some simple tips for you to do at home.
First thing we're going to do is check the door track. By simply opening the door, we're going to inspect this bottom track for debris and obstructions and things that cause problems with the door opening. Door track obstructions in there and debris will cause it not to drain water properly. Get water in there can cause the door to get bound up, not open. Possible failure point. The other thing you do is check the ramp hinge. Make sure it's moving properly. Simply pull the ramp up. Look at the bottom hinge where the hinge is bolted to the ramp. Make sure none of the bolts are tight, none of the bolts are loose. Make sure your ramp hinge itself is not broken. You visually inspect that along the hinge lines there and make sure there's no breaks. Also apply some light lubrication there. We use a dry lube here. Spray right along the hinge points. Very light coating there and wipe any remainder off with a rag. Next thing you check, the door rollers themselves. There are 3 rollers in the door, in the bottom, the center in the back. And then on top in the front. Also there, check there, make sure there's no debris, no obstructions, nothing that seems to be in the way. Clean it out and again, apply a light oil or a dry lube to those areas as well. This should help keep your conversion running until you can bring it in so it can be properly serviced by a trained technician. First thing a technician is going to inspect is the battery cables, the condition of the battery. Make sure there's no debris or any worn out bubble up acid on the battery. If there is, take a small scrub brush or wire brush, clean that away. Make sure all the contact points are clear. The next thing you want to do is grab the cables, give them a twist and make sure they're not loose, they're not going to fall off or lose connection. Either those are loose, just tighten them up with a appropriate size bolt. The next thing we want to do is, without the equipment to check the battery, we want to start the vehicle and listen to the battery crank. Listen for any anomalies or stutters or hesitations. If you hear any stutters, hesitations, or things like that, it may be time to get a new battery. Also, while you're down, we recommend to start the vehicle and let it run for 20 to 30 minutes. We do it here at the shop generally twice a week. We'll let them run for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Just make sure the battery's charged and got the system going. As your vehicle sits for extended periods of time, one thing that could fluctuate is your tire pressure. Tire pressure is very important for smooth tire wear, smooth ride, and safety. Inside the driver's door, there's a tire sticker that will tell you exactly the PSI you're supposed to be running. As you can see, this one is set for 35 PSI. Check the pressure of each tire, remove the valve stem cap, put the tire gauge on, and manually reading that tire gauge is at the 35 pounds. If the tire is somehow short of that, the technician will hook up an air chuck, and he'll inflate the tires to the proper measurement. So while you're out, you will want to check your tire tread. Check that tread for uneven wear, making sure all the tires are wearing the same. And repeat the step, checking the pressure for each additional tire. While you're upkeeping your maintenance on your vehicle, one thing you want to check is the tracks. Sometimes you'll find the tie downs become difficult to move, loosen to take out or relocate. Most of the time it's because of debris build up inside those tracks. We recommend to take a brush, scrub out the inside of the track, scrub the track, break all the debris loose, and then just take your vacuum or shop vac, sweep that right up. Once this is done, you should find the belts lock in securely and are free and easy to move.
And remember, a vehicle that sits without being driven still requires the factory recommended maintenance that should be done by your dealer. In fact, it's harder on some of your vehicle systems when the car is not driven. You'll want to make sure that maintenance is done by a certified technician exactly for those reasons.